What's up, my gems, Jules, and crystals? You don't know me from anywhere, but my name is, I always do the wrong one now, Diamond Surge, and I welcome you back to Coloring Game for another Just Chatting stream. And this time, I'm just going to be chatting about mental health and just life in general, I guess. I do have a Q&A up right now. I have a question for you guys, actually, if you guys would like to answer. Basically, the question is, what would you do? What do you do to pick yourself up when you're feeling down? I think mental health is very important. So I think it's an important topic to talk about because life is tough. We all go through things sometimes, and to get real and deep, like I had a pretty bad month of March. So, I wasn't on YouTube. I wasn't, chasing my passions, fulfilling myself with the things that I wanted to do in life. And I was just feeling extremely down. But finally, I'm feeling a lot better. I've been doing streams. I've been getting back on YouTube and everything like that. It's just, life is hard sometimes. So I just wanted to talk about it and just share what I think about life and and mental health, and share some tips about how to feel better with it all. You never know when somebody might be listening and something you say might change somebody's whole perspective or anything. So I just hope that if anybody does need a pick me up, or they know somebody that needs a pick me up, they can have the right tools to be able to help that person, because it's hard to do it by yourself sometimes. I know. And so since this is the second stream and this is a members only stream, I'm going to, yeah, I know the scroll is still going. Thank you to all the members. Also, I just updated our list from the new members we got yesterday. And speaking of, I'm gonna see if I can do some more gifts. Yeah, we can do 5 more, so let's just do 5 more right now. And without further ado, let's have some fun. And remember, headphone warning. Mama, you and got a membership. And I'm gonna start some music. I know we listened to this, I don't know if we listened to this last time, but whatever. This is the game music. We're just gonna chill out. Yay! Mama got one. Congratulations. Tyson got one. Brittany's Life got one. The Rabbit Gamer got one. And Wow Fox got one. Let's get some air horns and some claps. Let's go. And I'm gonna give y'all this.
More passion. More passion. More passion. More energy.
Baba Booey.
More energy. More footwork. More footwork.
Hey.
More footwork. More passion. More energy.
Hey.
More energy.
Hey. Okay, listen. One more thing before we actually get started. I was watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory yesterday. The one with what's his name? Let's get started with the coloring also. What's his name? Johnny Depp. Before we start talking about mental health and stuff, I was just watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory yesterday, and I found out that that's where I got a lot of my dance moves from. He did this move. He did, what else he did? He did something else, but yeah, finally figured out that's where I get my dance moves from. So if you guys ever need to know how to dance, watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He got all the sick moves, okay? What's going? Wait, let me say hi. I didn't even say hi to everybody that was in here. Alex, I think, I think Mama was here first. What's going on, Mama? I see you in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hi, how you doing? What's going on, Alex? I saw you in the chat. Welcome to the stream.
Hello
there. Hope you're doing good. Don't know if you're still here though. Oh, I'll show you. Yeah. Membership off. There we go. I don't know why the music stops every time I click off stream. It's gonna keep happening. What's going on, Poppy? I see you in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the party. What's going on, Brittany? I see you in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hi. How you all doing? Hope you guys are doing great. All right. And one more thing. You see this it's on this side. I changed my camera around. You see this jigsaw over here? That's, you can click the pinned comment. You go in there, and Poppy already started it, so you can, move things around, move the jigsaw puzzles around, and just do a little puzzle if you want to have something to do while you're listening to the stream. Of course, Brittany. Thanks for being subscribed to even receive it. Thank you. All right, let's get chatting. So, mental health, very important, right? I'm just curious to know what you guys do when you guys are feeling down. You know, it's a lot that you can do. I'll tell you what I do. I like to listen to pick me up music. So I have a whole playlist of music that I listen to that reminds me that, you know, life is hard, but you're tougher, that stuff like that, and makes me feel like a boss girl, a girl boss, that kind of stuff. You know, gets me hyped up. And I listen to Netflix. Unironically, I like his music. He makes a lot of inspirational music, so I like that inspirational music. When I can't get the inspiration from within, you gotta find it from an external source, and my external source is music. So I have a whole playlist of music that I like to listen to. Netflix, yes, I listen to him unironically because his music is basically about, I'm the best and I'm chasing my dreams. What the hell are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, Netflix. Yeah, I'm on the same vibe as you, boy. Yeah. So I like that. I like it. It makes me feel like I'm valid in chasing my dreams, you know? Like, I feel like it makes me confident in what I'm doing, and reminds me not to give up. You know, don't give up. Don't give up. Even when life is hard, you know, take breaks here and there. Yes, take breaks. That's another good thing you should do if you know, not feeling too good. Take a break from all the noise and stuff. Rejuvenate yourself. But, you know, keep on trucking. Don't give up, basically. And when the going gets tough, and it does get tough, just remember and here's the thing, even if you don't have anybody else that can back you up, you got to be able to back yourself up. You got to be able to believe in yourself. If you don't have nobody in the world to believe in yourself, to believe in you, believe in yourself. That's what I think. Because you are all you have at the end of the day for the rest of your life. Guaranteed. From start to finish. You're all you have. From the day you're born to the day you die, you are guaranteed to have at least one person in your corner, and that should be yourself at the very least. So forget the noise, forget what everybody else saying, forget the haters, all that stuff. You know, you got to be able to believe in yourself. And so, you know, and then on top of like me listening to music and stuff, and, you know, like I said, taking the breaks and stuff, I fell into a bad habit of self-medicating and stuff like that. You know, like, it's fine. You know, I'm not knocking anybody's, you know, habits or anything. But personally, I just found that me, you know, like smoking too much, that was not doing what I needed it to do for me. So, you know, I decided I need to stop smoking because it's a downer for me. As much as I want it to be a pick-me-up and, you know, make me feel better or forget about stuff, it's a downer to me. So I have this little pen that I use. Like, I don't actually smoke the flower anymore, but I have this pen that I use, and I had like 2 little carts that I got last year, and I don't really go through them that fast, but lately, or like when I was really feeling down some weeks ago, I was using it like nonstop. Like, I wouldn't say nonstop. Like, I would get home from work, immediately smoke. Not be on YouTube, not do nothing, just literally smoke, get in the bed, turn on something, and just like be a zombie in bed. And, you know, that's not good for me. That was not good for me. And I decided, actually, for my New Year's resolution, I decided I wanted to stop smoking. But then I was like, you know, I don't want it to go to waste. I wanted to smoke it all up real quick so that I don't buy anymore. Because to see change in your life, you have to make the change. You know, like, if I want to stop smoking, stop buying it. If you want to stop eating so much junk food, stop buying it. I feel like it's as simple as that. And then you save money on top of that. It's a win-win, right? So yeah, after I'm done with this cart, I'm gonna be done with the drugs, like, as much as I was doing it. Like, I'll do it socially, but it's nobody really around me that really like smokes for real, socially, I guess. So I'm gonna be giving up the smokes, and I feel like that's gonna really help me with my mental health, because last time that I gave it, I stopped smoking for a while, last time I stopped smoking for a while, it was making me feel a lot better. Yeah. You clean, you cook, you listen to music, have outside time. I'm not a big outside person, but getting some sun definitely is like a proven way to I don't know, to feel better in general, I guess. You know, we are creatures that need sunlight. So, because, you know, they always saying, like, if you don't get sun, you just stuck in the basement or something, the stereotype and stuff. You're looking all pale and like you have no life in you, literally. So, yeah, outside time is good. I need to find some fun outside activities for myself. I don't know. What do I like to do? I want a hammock. That's what I want. I want to be able to just go outside, close my eyes, maybe put on some music, read a book, maybe even smoke. I just want to be able to go outside in the sun and just lay in a hammock. That's what I want. I want to lay in a hammock between two big old trees, and maybe I can pick an apple down and munch on it. Never give up. Yep, never give up, baby. It's very true. It's a downer for a lot of people. I wish it wasn't a downer for me. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But then again, you know, it's not very good to use substances to cope and things like that. You know, I started to abuse alcohol at one point. You know, just buying wine and just hard liquor and stuff and just drinking. I had this one weekend where I had like 2 or 3 bottles of wine, and I was just drinking that entire weekend. Like, just drinking that entire weekend. Not good, you know, but that was just a one-time thing. It's not like I do that often. That was like probably the only time I've ever done that. But, you know, it did feel good to just lay in bed all day and just drink my problems away. As bad as that sounds, but at the end of the day, it did help me just relax, because what I really needed was to relax, because I was just really overstimulated and just really stressed. That's what really like just brought my mood down to the floor, below the floor. I just needed to de-stress. I just had way too much stuff going on. I was trying to be there for everybody in my life, like just giving too much of myself to be there for everybody else, and I needed to be there for myself. And that's another thing. Be there for yourself. You know, it's okay. Like I said, it's okay to take breaks and everything, but you got to be able to take care of yourself. Try yoga. It's simple and it works, teaching you breathing and mindfulness. Namaste. Namaste. Yoga, working out. Yeah. Yoga. I used to do yoga as a kid. Like, that was fun. But I'm pretty sure that is another proven way to elevate your mood, is yoga and working out. Oops. Let me see. So when I was, a couple of weeks ago, I pretty much just made sure that my house was clean. Like, I get that that depression, like, where you don't want to clean up and stuff, and, you know, things get junky. Not disgustingly junky, but just like, you know, you don't feel like making your bed. You don't feel like picking this up, or all the mail, the junk mail that you get every single day just left on the coffee table, you know, like decluttering and stuff like that, you know. Like, I really made sure that I cleaned up and, you know, was keeping my house clean. Not just my room, like the house. It's hard to keep a house clean, man, especially with pets. It's hard to find time to clean up, for me personally. I'm not a chore person. I do chores, you know. I'm not saying I'm a dirty person, but I don't like doing chores. I hate doing chores. So I really have to like hype myself up to sit there and do chores and wash dishes. I hate washing dishes. So, you know, I was just making sure that I was cleaning up, doing the chores, even when I didn't want to do it, you know, forcing myself to get up and do it. And I've been keeping my house clean. I'm really proud of myself. I've been keeping the place clean, clutter free. I even been making up my bed, and I never make up my bed. So yeah, exactly. The cleaning made me feel a lot better. Cleaning made me feel a lot better. Because that was just one more thing that was stressing me out, you know, like, I'm so depressed and, you know, I don't feel like doing anything and my house is a mess, and I was just always just worried about it and just, you know, couldn't find the energy or the willpower to do it. But when I just did it, it would make me feel better. Taking care of responsibilities, you know, definitely can make you feel a lot better. Makes you feel accomplished. And it feels good to feel accomplished, you know? I don't mind laundry except putting it away. Yeah, me too. I definitely have a bad habit of breaking up the clean clothes and not folding the things and putting them away. Like, I'll just, like, leave them in the hamper clean sometimes. But, yeah. I was actually putting my clothes away after getting them out the dryer also. But that's another thing for me too, because now I just leave my clothes in the dryer because sometimes they don't, I gotta run them through the cycle so many freaking times because my dryer sucks. Even though, you know, I know, you know, clean out the lint and stuff, I do that. I clean out the lint every single time I use it. That dryer is just old. I guess it just doesn't work that well. And I gotta put it in there a few times, and it gets annoying having to remember to go down there and start the cycle over again. I'm trying to do other things while clothes are washing and drying and stuff, you know, take care of other business and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's so annoying. So I just leave them in the dryer sometimes and then get them later when I actually need the clothes. Oh, somebody's doing the puzzle. I don't know who that is, but Anon. Good luck doing the puzzle. I got another one. I got another picture you guys can do after that one's done. These pictures are very generic for the jigsaw puzzle too. Basically just a whole bunch of rainbow colors. Oh, that's you? I love doing puzzles. That's another thing, you know, getting off the internet, doing other hobbies and things. Doing puzzles, reading a book, resetting your mindset. You know, social media is so toxic. So, you really got to be careful with this social media stuff because people forget that social media is not real life. And, you know, that's definitely why I had to take a break because people take social media way too serious and personal, you know? Like, it's social media. Don't take it personal. That's all I gotta say. Don't be so entitled either. People are so entitled on social media. It's crazy. Let me think. What else was I doing? You know, eating good, eating right. If you you know, eat healthy and by eat healthy, I don't just mean, you know, don't eat snacks and, you know, eat your fruits and vegetables and stuff. Like, specifically in my case, eating healthy is actually eating because, you know, sometimes I forget to eat. So me actually trying to eat breakfast every morning, eat lunch every afternoon, eat dinner every evening with snacks in between sometimes, like, you know, eating healthy. It's healthy to get all your calories that you need in a day, you know, for yourself, your body type, and all of that kind of stuff. So I really had to make sure I was intentional with what I was eating and when I was eating and stuff like that. So that was definitely helping. Hey, you guys! What's going on, James? I see you in the chat. Welcome to the stream.
Hello there.
How you doing? What's going on? Can I see anybody answer? Okay. Let's go back to live chat. What's going on, James? We're just talking about mental health and things you can do to, you know, help yourself feel better and, you know, help yourself feel better with life. It's also toxic. 10 out of 10 recommend reducing all social media engagement. I only use YouTube and LinkedIn for job hunting. Really, mama? Really? Wow. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Because all these other social media apps are definitely like catered toward kids, really kids and like young people. Social media is not really especially like the chronically online people, you know, like if you're chronically online and that's your only form of social interaction, that is not a good what's the word? That's not a good representation of society, I guess. Like, you know, anybody can be anybody that they want on social media, and people always take it so serious and take everything at face value. And it's just, social media is a crazy place. Social media is a crazy place, okay? And I would agree with that. Like, limit your screen time. You do not need to be addicted to your phone and, you know, always up in somebody's business all the time. Like, have time for yourself. Have time for your friends and family. It's not all about social media. But I will say, on top of that, you know, I do have an addiction to TikTok. I use TikTok all the time. I love TikTok. I freaking love TikTok. But I definitely try not to use it like too much. I try to limit myself at least a little bit, you know. Like in the morning on my way to work, I'm not on social media. I'm not really, if I'm doing anything other than like resting a little bit more, not fully sleep, but just resting a little bit more on my way to work, I don't really have a screen in my face. If anything, I'll read the book that's in my book bag. So I try to read in the morning. On the way home, sometimes I'll be on social media, but mostly I'll just like be listening to music on my way home, you know. And that kind of stuff, like looking at a screen all day can make your head hurt. That's why you gotta not have to, but that's why a lot of people have those special glasses, you know, the blue screen glasses or something. I'm looking at screens all day every day, and it's crazy. I just really like imagine how different humans of today are from back then when they didn't have screens, you know. Just like in the physical sense, in the mental sense, like it's gotta be a change, because with the babies today, like they're growing up already addicted to a screen, you know, out the womb. As soon as they can look around freely and do things freely on their own, you know, a lot of parents put a screen right in their face. There's a lot of kids on social media. That's not a good way to socialize. It's social media, because it's anybody and everybody on social media. And you've heard of so many different cases of kids offering themselves because of social media, getting cyberbullied and stuff like that. And, you know, like, it's just crazy. So definitely for a child's mental health, I would suggest not giving them too much screen time until they can like properly be able to handle the internet. The internet is a crazy place. I'm definitely gonna be keeping my kids off the internet for as long as possible, because it's not needed. It's not a need at all. I feel like it's more of a detriment to anything, or than anything. It's a lot you could say about the internet, but yeah, it's just crazy. It all allows general publics too much access to the general public life, and people are literally creating content on hating others when they otherwise would have no clue about what everyone else is doing. Yeah. The kind of content people put out there just to hate on somebody, get a life. Literally touch grass. It's sad. People use social media. People just use social media not in a very good way. And it's sad, because you could be doing so much more with your life than what a lot of people do on social media. The problem I see being created is everyone that uses TikTok, etc., are being conditioned for instant gratification, and that's not a real world experience. Exactly. The short attention spans. It's crazy. Yeah. I think about that a lot when I'm using TikTok, personally, because it's kind of ruined my sense of, what do I want to say? Patience for something new, I guess. And the way that whenever I'm scrolling through TikTok, like I'm scrolling, like I always skip, or not always, but most of the time, if I see a paid promotion or an ad or something, I'm instantly skipping it. I don't want to see ads. Most people don't like ads, you know, forced ads and stuff like that. But like if I come across a video, if I swipe up and I see a video that has 3 likes or something, I'm probably skipping it. Because really, when I'm on TikTok, I just want to see the bangers. I just want to see the hits already, unless it's from like, you know, somebody that I actually follow or somebody that I know. But if it's like some random person, I'm usually skipping it. But that's usually because they're not really good videos. But, you know, like you never know. You never know. You could swipe up to somebody's video and it could be like the best thing. It just doesn't have the likes yet. But I skipped it because it doesn't have the likes yet. So, you know, I like to be that person. So now I've been stopping on videos here and there and, you know, trying to say something positive and boost other people up, you know, because what are people posting on social media for other than to get somebody's opinion or share their life or, you know, something like that. So, you know, I'm doing it. I'm posting content out there. I would want somebody to give me a chance. So, you know, I have to really remember, you know, well, I'll say especially the people that's actually trying to make content, not just like the people that's just I don't know, just posting stuff like it's a diary, stuff like that. But the people that's actually like that wants to share content to the world, like I really do try to stop and see what they're trying to show me. What are you trying to show me? And I try to say something nice because again, that, you know, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to create content that I hope people will like. So it's only fair that oh, this one I was already doing. Let's restart this one. All right. Don't know what this... It looks like a city or something, but we're going to restart this one. And like that army hair gel lady and her hubby. That was all a huge ordeal. Even YouTube creators were making content on it. Wait, what? Oh, let me reconnect. Sorry. I think it's going to play an ad. I don't know why it does that. Are you still in there? Good job, mama. You got a lot of green if you want to tackle the green. What are you talking? What army lady, mama? What army lady? I don't think I know what you're talking about. Jail lady? I don't know if I know what you're talking about. Even my son admitted he noticed so much degrades when he's on TikTok. Attention span, critical thinking. Oh, critical thinking. You ain't saying nothing, bro. Yes. People, I was just thinking that today. You know, I love reading the comments on videos and stuff, and it's just crazy because people don't, like I said before, people just take things at face value. You know, like, instead of trying to think about things in a different perspective, for example, I just saw this one post, and it was saying that this lady's mom was passing away, or was at least very, very, very weak and frail to the point that she had to hold her mom's hand with a pen in her hand and force her to sign a will, to sign her estate over to the daughter. And she was like, you know, moving her mom's hand to sign the will. And it's things like that, you know, like face value, like, yeah, that sounds messed up. That does sound messed up. But at the same time, it's social media. We don't know the full story. So, you know, what if it was a situation where this lady was the sole what do you call it? I can't even think. Was the sole guardian or something, or like caretaker of her mom. And you know, and it was something genuine, you know, like her mom really did need help to sign this, and she really did trust her daughter. But you know, all in the comments, everybody was bashing this woman. Like, this is a 10-second clip. We don't know the full story, so you can't really just go out and do a witch hunt and start hating everybody because on face value something seems off or wrong. Like, we don't know the full story. I mean, like, yeah, it could be that she was bogus with what she was doing. Sure, I'm not saying that there's no way that she wasn't doing something bogus, but I'm just saying face value, you can't really, like, assume. People love to assume and not think about things and think about things in a different way, and just, you know, assuming never gets you anywhere. And that's why I always say I never assume anything. I never assume anything, bro. Because I'm not trying to get caught up unless, you know, it's... Well, no, it's not assuming if you have undeniable evidence. That's not assuming you have the evidence. I just try not to assume. So it's like things like that, you know, like I just try to make sure I think for myself. On social media, especially these kids nowadays, they don't know how to think for themselves. And it's crazy. Everything is a trend. They cannot think for themselves. Everything is a trend. And it's like, I don't know. Everything is a trend. People want to, I understand that people want to be accepted and things like that, you know, but people should want to be accepted for who they are, you know, not what society wants from them. And nowadays, if you're not part of a trend or something, you're a lame or whatever. Like, people just love to make life harder for everybody else, even though everybody's going through their own life journey. You know, life is hard for everybody. I would say life is hard for most people, not everybody. Some people got the easy life, but for most people, life is difficult. There's things that come and go. There's, you know, things you got to worry about, especially as an adult. Life is hard for some kids, and that sucks, and that's sad. But, you know, it only gets harder once you're an adult, if you don't have those resources that you need and stuff. And so people just got to be able to be comfortable in their own skin and not be a follower, you know, be your own person, be a leader. That way you don't have to second guess if you're doing something right or wrong. It's not wrong to be you, unless you're actually doing something wrong. But if you're not doing nothing wrong and you just want to be yourself, be yourself. Kids don't know how to just, you know, find their own style, and I don't know, you know, y'all know what I mean. I just feel sad for the kids that struggle with that kind of stuff, and, you know, trying to find what do you call it? I can't. Yeah, well, I don't know if she was the power of attorney. I don't know. What's going on, Ashes? I see you in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hello there. How you doing? Find themselves. It was a word I was thinking of. I don't know. Like, they're like kids always trying to. Oh, I can't see. Words just fail me. They want people to accept them, you know, but they don't want to be themselves. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know the word I'm trying to say. Dang. Let's see. Which is, wait. Oh, that is by definition a drug. Looking for that next hit, the next banger. I'm addicted, mama. I'm addicted to TikTok. I gotta get that next banger, man. Yes. I need that high. I need that instant dopamine in my brain. Yes. Which is why more people are diagnosed with ADHD and medication, right? Yeah, that is true. That's another thing. And then a lot of the times, people are misdiagnosed because, so like, I agree with when people say that, oh, I was misdiagnosed as a kid because I didn't want to, you know, sit still, or it's hard to sit still in class and stuff like that. Nobody wants to sit still in class. Nobody really likes school and like sitting down in class and like starting off, really, I feel like, or like Because I really think that school, they're training you to be a worker. That's what the world is. You're either a boss or you're a worker. And if you're a boss, it's, you know, few, far and in between. Like, it's not a lot of bosses. There's a lot more workers than there are bosses. But they want to make everybody a worker. They want everybody to follow the same system, the same 9-to-5 system. And, you know, you're taught that from 5 up, kindergarten or preschool, you know, from a baby up, to sit down and be quiet and listen. Like, yeah, like, you know, a lot of those are good qualities to have, to be able to know when to talk, when to speak, when to, you don't want to be impulsive and just wild, right? But like, they're just like grooming society to be a worker, to just be stuck in a cycle. And I really hate that. And that's another thing that was just tanking my mental health, is just fretting about work. You know, like, I don't like working. A lot of people don't like to work or don't like their job, right? Like, we know this. A lot of people don't like their job, but I don't like making somebody else richer. I don't like wasting my time to make somebody else richer. Like, and still not being able to live a fulfilling life that I want to live, or a better life that I would want to live with more money. Like, I guess, you know, it would be fine if I was paid more. You know, a lot of people think that if I was paid more, right? If we were paid more, we could enjoy life more. There's so many people out here that's struggling paycheck to paycheck, that kind of thing, working really, really long hours and long work weeks just to make ends meet, or just to be able to have a little bit of extra spending money. But all their waking hours are going to a job. And, you know, it takes work to be a boss also, right? Like, you gotta work and put in a lot of work to be your own boss and that kind of stuff too. But it's just crazy how locked up society is in this 9-to-5, and society refuses to up wages and stuff like that so that we can live fulfilling lives, so we can have all of our necessities, food, water, shelter, clothes, you know, that kind of stuff, as a given, and you literally, nobody has to worry about it. And the only thing you gotta worry about is, do I have enough to get these Christmas presents? Do I have enough to go to this concert? Do I have enough to go on vacation this year? Like, you know, some people never ever get to go on vacation, and, you know, you're lucky if you get to spoil yourself, to go on a nice vacation. Life could just be so simple if people weren't so greedy. But there's too many greedy people in the world. And so I was just really caught up in that. Like, I hate my job. I hate waking up in the morning, and just like, it's hard, you know, to stay motivated, because I was just so over it. I was so over it. I'm still over it, but I'm feeling a little better now. And that's another thing, to segue into something else. So, like, you know, I was like really contemplating starting therapy, maybe even getting on antidepressants and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't want to have to use antidepressants and drugs and stuff to make me feel good about being trapped in this rat race. You know, I don't want to take happy pills to feel good about the situation that I'm in, because I'm not happy about the situation I'm in. I'm not happy about having to wake up early every single morning and go to work, to a job I don't like, with people I don't really care for, and making my multi-billionaire boss even richer. I don't know. It just pisses me off that people can be so rich and not care about the people that's making them rich. That's why I can't be no billionaire, I guess, because I wouldn't be a billionaire. If I had workers, I would definitely make sure that my workers are paid, not just fair, but paid reasonably well. Like, so you don't gotta need or want for anything, because I would appreciate the work that people are doing to make me money. You know, like, I just feel like life could be so easy and simple, but people are just greedy, man. But long story short, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better about the whole working thing. I've been looking for other opportunities and everything like that. So, you know, and that goes back to making the change that you want to see. You know, if you hate your job, do something about it, you know. Learn a new skill. Try to start your own business. You know, it's a lot that you can do to change situations that you're in. Not for everything, obviously. Not everything can be changed, but a lot of things can be changed that you don't like about yourself or life or anything like that. So you just got to put in the work to make it happen. Surprised you don't know about her. That was like last year. She was a redhead army lady that used shit tons of jail to do her army bond, and her hubby and her had a fallout or something, and it was all public then. There's just so much dumb shit that goes on that everyone makes a huge deal about only because of social media. Yeah, that's true. No, I don't think I know what you're talking about. Redhead. What was the controversy though? Just that they had a falling out. Like, why did people care so much? Were they famous or not famous? Were they popular? I guess. Parents on TikTok teaching their young children to steal. Yeah. Saying slur. Yeah, that's terrible. That's crazy. Coming to themselves with their own personality. Yeah, James. That's basically what I was getting at. Yeah. Our education system does not set us up for success at all. Nope. I was doing my own things in school. That's good. Kids should be their own person. It's all a joke. Yes, they don't learn stuff for life. Took home economics and other classes. Yep. I took, I think, one home economics class, and that was about it. But, you know, it's a lot of things that they should be teaching kids about taxes. How you just turn 18, get a job, and you're expected to do taxes like... I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, you don't know. Nobody ever taught me. So, and on top of that, it's kind of hard for parents to teach because they don't know everything that they need to know about taxes and stuff too. Like, they just do what they were taught and what they were taught and what they were taught. Like, and that's why the rich stay rich, because they know this shit and they teach it to their kids. Generational wealth. If you don't know shit, you can't teach shit. It's as simple as that. So why aren't you teaching kids valuable life lessons and things that they need for adulthood? You know, like, I get basic math and the sciences and all that kind of stuff. I get it, right? I get it. But why not prioritize the other things that you actually need to function in society as an adult? You should be preparing our children for adulthood, because you're an adult more than you are a child, assuming, you know, you live a long life, I guess. You know, you live to expectancy. You're living as an adult longer than you are a baby to a child or even a teenager. Once you hit 25, 30, you're an adult. And you got the rest of your life to be an adult and figure stuff out for yourself. Art classes, home economics, music. I only took like one music class, and that was like a music history class. Like, I never learned how to play an instrument or nothing. It was like, I don't know, some elective class, music history. It was decent. It was okay, I guess. People go into tens of thousands of dollars to go on vacations, and that shouldn't be a thing. Do you mean debt, mama, or do you mean just spending tens of thousands? Hey, I mean, if you wanna, people can do what they want with their money. If they want to spend that much money on a luxury vacation for themselves, I don't see anything wrong with that. I would just hope that if you are able to spend that kind of money, that you're also like, that you also have a heart of generosity, you know? That's another thing about social media. So that leads me into another thought train. So I saw this one Instagram post where they were listing off black families of America that were worth billions, right? And I left a comment saying, I wonder what these people do with their wealth instead of just hoarding it. And a lot of people did not like that comment, and I'm just so confused about that, because I understand and I agree that people should be able to do what they want with their money, but I would want to live in a world where people want to be generous and want to help people. You got $1 billion. You have way more money than you can spend. You should want to help people. I feel like if I was wealthy, well, not even if I was wealthy, because I still help people even with the little money that I'm able to give out. But if I was wealthy, bro, like, I'm a philanthropist at heart. Like, I just want to help people. I just want to help people. And finances is like one of the easiest ways that people can get help and change their life around. So if you're a multi-billionaire family, it's just disgusting to me that you're just hoarding wealth and watching people suffer when you could be the difference between somebody having a meal or having warm clothes, stuff like that. It's just it's a little things you could do to help somebody in a big way. And it's just crazy that people are so against generosity, I guess. So I was just really confused that people were coming at me for wanting to live in a better world, I guess. Wanting to live in a generous world. Yes, people can do what they want with their money, but wouldn't you want people to help? Like, if you were struggling, wouldn't you want somebody to help you? I mean, it's as simple as that. I don't understand what the fuss is about. I don't understand what the controversy is with wanting people to help people if they are able. They're acting like I'm saying, man, I wonder what these McDonald's workers are doing with their minimum wage to help people. These are literal billionaires. They have more money they can do than they know what to do with, and they're literally hoarding it. Literally. They're not doing anything with it. So why not? It's just crazy to me. I remember stopping at the corner store and giving kids money for their music classes. That's nice. That's so true, the way you phrase that. Take meds to deal with the rat race. Yes. They were out trying to raise money for their music class. That's so sweet. I stopped taking any meds. I do not trust the FDA. Me neither, really. That leads me to another thought train that doesn't really have anything to do with mental health or nothing. But, like, the fact that people are allowed to sell you milk with any kind of pus in it, like, granted, it's not entirely possible to have 0% of something. I get that kind of stuff can get in your milk and stuff, but it's just the fact that you're even allowed to keep that much of what they say is allowed in milk and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I guess it's a standard thing, but that's just gross to think about. Like, yeah, you're allowed to have all this foul stuff in your milk, okay? You're allowed to have that in there. We're not really gonna police you on that kind of stuff. The things we put in our body and like the food that we have, I always hear so much that food in different countries is so much better than America, like real food, not all this processed stuff that we have and all this fake stuff that we have. It's just crazy. It's so crazy. Yeah, everyone's prying into their lives. Oh, okay. Yeah. As soon as anybody gets a little clout on social media, everybody want to have an opinion on their lives. And that's why, you really got to watch what you put on the internet. It's easy to get carried away sometimes. I get that. I've said some things I probably shouldn't have shared on the internet before, but not crazy stuff, but you never know. It's too many crazy people on the internet, too many, too many variables, too many things that could just go wrong with something you think is just innocent and not a big deal. Things often blow up in people's faces that they had no idea would happen in a way that it happens, but that's social media for you. Oh, we're set up for failure with all the credit card invites as soon as you're 18, right? But that wouldn't be a problem either if we were taught money management early on. If that was a required class, economics, like money management, stocks and bonds, and, learning how to be responsible with money and things like that, like learning how to be responsible with a credit card, for example. Don't pay more than what you're able to to pay. You know, like, sure, your credit limit is all the way up here, but if you can only afford this, then just use the credit card for this and then build your credit to be able to buy the house later or buy this later or whatever. You know, it's a lot of loopholes and stuff that goes into finances that common people don't know about at all, that we just were never taught. It's just so much information out there. You just really gotta, and then they say it in a way where it's just hard to understand anyway. So, oh man, the curriculum in school. But then at the same time, you know, I feel like they should be able to teach kids at least the basics at home that they can then take into their adulthood so they can teach their future kids, you know. But at the same time, a parent is their teacher, or is their parent's first teacher. So, you know, it's not all on the schools and the school system. But what do you expect when you don't teach the parents what they need to know, and then you sending them to work 8-10 hours a day, and they gotta raise their kid, and you know, life is just difficult, man. They really don't make it easy on people to live life. They really don't make it easy. Putting everything on credit cards, making only minimum payments, yeah. College degree is the new high school diploma. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I say. I got a college degree, and I that's what I needed to get my job now. But guess what? The job that I have now, they're given to anybody. You don't need a college degree to do the job I'm doing now. So they lowered that also. I mean, it's a good thing, you know, for people that, because my job isn't hard. I would agree that my job, you don't need a college degree to do my job. But it's the fact that, you know, I was only hired because it was required that you have a college degree at the time that I was hired. Since I've been hired, they changed it, which is fine. You don't need a college degree. But it's like, yeah, like, we were promised, you know, a road to success by going to college. Right out of high school, go to college, get your degree. You'll be set with a good job once you get out of college, that kind of stuff. No, it's not like that at all. The job market right now is crazy. I can't even tell you how many jobs I've applied to over the past new year. No callbacks, nothing. Rejection. Like, all the only people that want to hire me are the people that want me to do insurance and stuff. I don't want to sell insurance for commission and stuff. I don't want to have to, bro. It's always those kind of jobs. And then people don't want to do the remote jobs anymore. Like, after COVID happened, everybody was doing remote jobs, and you know, that was real good for people's work-life balances, which also helps with stress, which would also really help me with my mental health. If I had more work-life balance, I would be a lot happier. But I don't know, everybody getting rid of the remote jobs. It's hard to find a good remote job that isn't commission-based or doesn't require, you know, a degree. Of course, you know, those kind of things do need degrees, but it's some stuff like picking up a phone and, you know, the customer representative stuff, and, you know, answering people questions, that kind of stuff. You don't need no degree to answer a phone, man. And you can do that from home. Why you need to be in a whole call center? I hate being on the phone with the company and I can hear the other agents in the background. I hate that. I just hate that. I don't know why. That irks me so bad. That's something you can definitely do at home. I've been trying to find a remote job though. No luck so far. Or at least get on a 4-day 10-hour work shift. At least do that, because if I could have a 3-day weekend, that would make all the difference sometimes with some things. Like, you know, so after you get home from work on your last day of work, maybe you want to relax a little bit, or maybe you want to, like, you know, continue working on your hobbies or something like that. Or like in my case, maybe I want to do a little YouTube. Or if I don't, I'll just relax after I get home from work on that Friday, right? And then I'll have another day where I can literally, like, I can be guilt-free and relax. And then the next day, I can start preparing myself for work again. Like, I just hate the dreaded feeling of, I'm off work, I'm home, but I'm tired because I've been working all week. So as soon as I get home on my last day, I'm gonna go to bed, and then I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. So now, because I slept in, I just wasted a lot of hours. But it's still my day off, so I'm gonna wake up late, you know, maybe in the afternoon. Then I'll do stuff, or maybe I'll just continue relaxing, or maybe I'll do something. But then the next day, all day I'm just dreading waking up in the morning, going. So I'm trying to like get stuff done as much as I can, so that I can be prepared for the next day. You gotta go to bed early. 2 days is not enough. That's all I'm saying. 2 days of a weekend is not enough. Because I get that anxiety having to think about going back to work the next day and going to bed early. I don't like going to bed early. I'm a night owl. Ugh. Exactly. And then you're setting them up for failure because they're in debt for going to college, and then they can't find the good job. Oh, man. I hope I'm gonna be able to pay off my student loans this year. I was really doing good, but then I started spending money and doing other things, and, you know, trying to live life a little bit. You know, so here's another segue. Okay, next topic I'm gonna talk about. I got a ticket to go to The Weeknd's concert. He's coming here to Chicago in May, the end of May. So I got the best ticket I could get, or the best ticket he could offer, is what I'll say. I got the best ticket he could offer, and I treated myself. And then like some weeks later, I got another ticket, the same really good ticket for the next night. So I'm gonna be going to his concert both days that he's here, for a little treat for myself, you know, because I've been working extremely hard for the past few years, really. And, you know, I just wanted to treat myself and have a good time. So, you know, sometimes you gotta treat yourself. Sometimes you gotta, like, you know, not worry about, not worry too much. I'll just say that. Not worry too much. So I treated myself to some concert tickets. And, you know, it's just a shame that, you know, you gotta worry about that kind of stuff. Like, you should be able to live life without having to worry about other things, like responsibilities and stuff like that. So I hope that I'm gonna be able to pay off my student loans by the end of the year, once they unfreeze these payments and stuff. So I'm about to be working a lot of overtime just to make sure that I have that money. So again, sorry y'all probably might be seeing me a little bit less again, but that's only because I'm gonna be working overtime a lot. Like, I'm about to do overtime tomorrow, so I can get some more hours and get some more money, more money. So I can try to pay off these student loans by the end of the year. We're already in April, the 4th month. A quarter of the year is about to be up already. Wait. No, a quarter is already up. 3, 6, 9, 12. A quarter of the month, of the year, is already over. Oh my gosh. Life is stressful. Life is stressful. Our slowness to understand how important mental health is to a thriving society is a huge part of the problem. Exactly. And then they want to put you on pills to make you complacent and happy with the bad treatment that we get as citizens. But okay. And I just feel like if people were happier in their lives and had things that they needed without question, the world would be a better place. People wouldn't have to steal and stuff if they could afford to live how they're supposed to live. Imagine we're all people on this big giant rock, and we're being forced to pay freaking rent to another freaking human being for living on a planet. Bro, all this shit should be free. Food. And then here's another thing. Bro, this is fucking crazy. The government makes it so hard to be happy and just to live life. How Explain to me. If somebody knows the answer, explain to me. How is it illegal in some places to collect rainwater? Something that comes from the nature, water that we need to live. You can boil that shit and drink it and have free water to grow your own food, to grow your own crops. How is it illegal to collect your own rainwater? It's illegal to collect water. Are you serious? That's illegal? Are we dead ass? It's illegal? Stuff like that. They just make it hard. For what? What does it hurt for me to take a bucket and place it outside so I can collect rainwater? I just don't understand. Somebody, if you understand it, please explain it to me, because it don't make no sense to me. And it's something that's very, very frustrating. I don't know where it's illegal. I don't know where it's illegal. I haven't looked it up, but I do know that it is illegal in some places, period. So if the government could just help people live the way they're supposed to live, and people were happier, we would be a happier society in general, I think. There's a lot of mental health issues to unravel and stop in order to start heaving more mentally healthier people. Exactly. Welcome home, Poppy. Welcome home. Glad you made it home safe. Hope you had a good day today. Hope those people ain't pissed you off today. And people are just so angry, you know, like, okay, food, water, shelter, education, therapy, I think should be free. Because even with, you know, let's say this. There's always going to be evil people in the world. That's a given. It's always going to be evil people in the world. But here's the thing. Let's say, water, food, shelter, education. Let's say all of that was free. It's still going to be trauma in the world. It's still going to be people that fucks it up for everybody. That just, you know, are just evil people, just mean people, you know. So, or, you know, tragedies happen, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. Trauma is still going to be prevalent in the world, right? So I feel like therapy should be free. I feel like there should be a way that therapists can get paid, not by the people, unless they want like special treatment or something. But like general therapy, I feel like should be free. Like, a lot of people need help solving their problems, and they need help finding closure with things, you know. So if people can understand themselves and the world around them and stuff like that, and learn how to cope with their feelings and all that kind of stuff, life will be better, I feel like. I mean, I don't have all the answers, but I feel like we could be doing a lot better than what we're doing. If only people weren't so greedy and evil. If people were more generous, man. If people knew how to cope with their trauma, I feel like that wouldn't then turn into a cycle that they then either intentionally or accidentally pass on to their children. I'm a very opinionated person, as you can see. I don't know. Life could be so simple. It could. It could. I only pay cash for things. If I don't have the money, I don't buy it. Exactly. Well, not cash, but money that I have. Exactly. That's a good way to stay on top of your finances. Only borrow money that you know you can pay back. Well, you know, obviously if it's a gift. I'm not saying pay back your you know, gifts and stuff like that, or people offering to help you. But, you know, if you're really asking somebody to go out of their way to help you with money, you know, and they want to be paid back, don't borrow the money if you know you have no intention of paying them back. Like, don't be a bogus person. It's not hard to not be a bogus person. People just make life so hard. Standards and values have gone out the window, and the victimhood mentality runs rampant. Yeah. Because they use AI to screen the application. If you don't use keywords, it's rejected. Exactly. That sucks too. Oh, why is life so hard? But yeah, you're right about that too. The victimhood thing. But that's only a problem when they play the victim, but they don't want to do anything about making themselves a better person or changing something in their own lives. You know, they just only want to complain, but they don't want to do anything about it to like, and I'm saying nothing, you know, like they're an asshole to everybody around them, and then they wonder why they don't got friends. Or they spend up all their money on shit they don't need, and then they complain that they're broke. It's like, you gotta find a balance. You can't just be reckless and just wild and expect to have stability in your life. You can't live a wild, chaotic life and expect stability. People love to like start arguments on the internet and then play the victim. Like, you starting arguments, you know, you're rage baiting and stuff like that, and then want to feel some type of way when somebody calls them out for it. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Capital Real Estate was being negatively impacted, so companies need to get in the office to justify the facilities. Whatever, man. Whatever. That's crazy. I know, mama. I know. And that's the thing. I do not want to be doing this shit now. Fuck tomorrow. Fuck my 30s or my 40s. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Every day of my life, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I do not want to get up in the morning, get on public transportation, because I don't freaking have a car anymore, because some dumbass kid totaled my car. Oh my God. I'm so sick of it. That's why I'm doing the YouTube thing. Maybe I could, you know, maybe it could go somewhere. You never know. You never know. Maybe it could. I don't know. It's not really looking like it, but you know, a girl can dream, a girl can try. But you know, I'm real interested in starting other businesses also. You know, multiple streams of income and stuff like that. Not just having one business, but you know, multiple things that'll help facilitate my dreams and stuff like that, you know? I'm just really trying, and that's what I was saying like before, when I was doing too much. I was just doing a lot. I was working full time, doing my YouTube, doing my side businesses, giving myself out to everybody, and just, you know, like trying to be there for everybody all the time. So I just really had to take a step back, but you know, one thing at a time. And I was trying to like learn new skills on Coursera and stuff like that, and oh my Lord, it was just a lot. I was just doing way too much at one time, just trying to, you know, throwing stuff at the wall and see what sticks kind of thing, you know, trying to get out of this rat race, because I'm gonna be stuck in it for life unless I do something, and I'm really trying. I do not wish this on anybody. Unless you're doing what you love, this ain't for everybody. This shit is for the birds, really. This is not for everybody. And that's a shame, because I don't have a passion other than, I guess, video games and content creating. You know, like, I used to want to be a veterinarian, but that kind of died on me also. But, you know, at the end of the day, if I feel like I just gotta give up the YouTube thing and nothing else is working, I might just go back to school, rack up all that debt with no intention of ever paying it back, but just become a doctor, become a veterinarian, because it's not something that I feel like I can't do. I feel like if I really wanted to, I could do it. I've always been a great student. I just don't want to go back to school. I'm sick of school. I don't want to work a job. I heard that veterinarians are like, it's one of the most depressing jobs you could ever have. And I don't need depression in my life. I don't need anything that's gonna fuck up my mental just for the sake of money. Like, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. I do like the European work mentality. They get frequent vacation days, basically only work 6 months out of the year. I love that. This just gets me riled up and angry and sad. Me too, mama. I do it even if it's not legal. Fuck them. Fuck the government, man. Who cares? Who the hell are you to tell me I can't collect water? Get the hell off my back. They worried about the wrong shit. You want to police people collecting water, but not taking creeps off the streets and protecting our children and stuff like that. Like, what are the priorities? What are the priorities, man? I get free therapy by talking with my friends and family. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's good that you have community, and that's another thing, you know, saving your mental, having a community, legit friends and family that you can trust to be there for you when you need it, you know. And I will hope that if you're you have people there for you, you also there for them. Not talking to you specifically, James, I'm just saying in general, you know, if you got people there for you, I will hope that you're there for your people too, because, you know, we all have rough moments in life, and we all need people sometimes. You know, you can't go through life all by yourself. That is not good for humans. We are social creatures by default, so, you know, you need people. It's easy to be isolated, because I'm used to being alone. Just with my life experiences, I'm used to being alone and lonely, because those are two different things. Alone and lonely, just moving around and stuff, and, you know, not being able to make friends, and, you know, that kind of stuff. Just being depressed since childhood. It's hard to make friends when you're a depressed child. So it's just, you know, it's good that you have people to lean on. You gotta, you know, get out of your comfort zone sometimes too, which is why I'm doing YouTube. I was nervous when I started my YouTube channel, putting myself out there, being on camera, showing my personality and stuff like that. Like, you know, it's a daunting thing, because, again, the internet is a crazy place. You never know. Y'all know people said that they thought I was Lil Tecca, some dude, I don't know, some rapper, I don't know, 3 separate times. You know, good thing that that's not something that really messes with me, that I have enough self-confidence that, you know, I don't care if people say that I'm a boy or something like that, or look like a boy, because, you know, sometimes I do. Sometimes I can look like a boy. I get it, whatever. But the internet is a cruel place sometimes, so it's hard to put yourself out there for sure. But I've been liking it. It's been cool so far. Definitely gives you a lot to think about. And speaking of community and the internet, this YouTube community that we've been a part of for the last 3, almost 4 years. Have I been doing this for 4 years now? Yeah, I think 3 or 4 years. Definitely has changed. So, you know, I do not put too much faith in an online community. Like, don't get me wrong, I really do like you guys. I even love some of you, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and be fake and say I love all of you. I love you guys, like, from human to human, like that. But, like, there's definitely a few of you that have a special place in my heart, okay? Like, I love you, some of you guys. And I'm real cool with other of you guys. But at the same time, this community has changed, man. Like, it's a lot of fake people, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's a lot of fake people in the community. I'm gonna leave it at that. So, you know, that's why I say you can't put too much faith in the internet, because anybody can be anybody that they want to be or come off as on social media, right? You can type away, say whatever you want, but behind closed doors, everything could be completely different. So you never know. You got to be able to have discernment. You know, you got to be able to really know what you're doing and not put too much faith prematurely, at least. You know, I'm not saying you can't make strong connections with people online, because I definitely have made very strong connections with people online, but people take it too far. People take it way too far with the entitlement they feel to people's time and energy and everything with people that they meet online. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's a lot that I could say about that, but at the end of the day, you just gotta have discernment and take care of yourself, you know. Don't put too much pressure on yourself about the community. At the end of the day, you do you, okay? You know who you are on the inside, and you keep being the beautiful person that you are, and not making other people's lives around you harder than it needs to be if you can help it. You know, life does not have to be hard, and I'm gonna die on that hill. Life does not have to be hard, so don't make it hard for other people. Be a good person. It's not hard to be a good person, in my opinion. Be a good person, you know? Rainwater and government can come make you move if they want to put a highway there. And why are we paying land taxes on property and houses that are paid off? Right, James? Right? It's just so much. I see you, Poppy. You're doing great. You're doing great with this little puzzle, baby. The government, man. The government. That's all I gotta say. They just make it hard. How you gonna force me to move? Y'all saw that picture? It's this viral picture of this lady. I think this viral picture is what inspired the movie Up. That house in the movie Up, the Disney movie Up. So anyway, like they were trying to make some kind of like mall or something, and they wanted this lady to move, and she refused. She refused to move. And I think that's what happened in the movie Up also. I think that's what actually happened in the movie. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I think that was based off a true story. This lady did not want to sell her house, and she did it. And they built the damn mall literally around her house. Like where's the trees and the grass and shit? Like they built the mall around her house. So now it's pretty much like a tourist attraction. This lady's personal private house. And people are coming by to see it and take pictures of it and stuff. Like, completely invaded this lady's privacy. It's crazy. They have no regard. Like, greedy people, corporations, government, no regard for human life and human happiness. Like, just how, bro? How? Security and finances, food, shelter, etc. would alleviate a lot of the need for therapy in the first place. Exactly. And that's why I said, you know, there's always going to be trauma anyway, though. But that's also why I think therapy should be free, because life is traumatic. Period. People pass away. People lose things. Or, you know, it's traumatic to, like, get in a car accident or, like, lose your car or lose your house in a fire. Things are traumatic. People have to deal with trauma sometimes. So I feel like things that happen naturally, we should have help for free. I wish. So yeah, after I'm done with my student loans, I think I'm gonna start doing therapy, because definitely, unless I can figure it out by myself. But where did I just see that number 7? I just saw it somewhere. I don't know. But that definitely, you know, I need help with unpacking my trauma and maybe seeing things in a different perspective. You know, like really, like, because you know I can't tell y'all my entire life story on the internet, but you know, having a different perspective and getting tools that I would need to help me move on with my life and, you know, live a happier life. So therapy, hopefully by next year, because I have until the end of this year to pay my student loans, unless they want to start that shit early. I hope they don't. Mama and Poppy working on the puzzle together. Y'all doing great. Good job. I love entertaining, and I wish I could have it as my actual job now and not someday in the future. I know, right, Mama? I know. I wish I could play video games for a living. Man, that would be completely awesome. And then, if that was a guaranteed thing, I would definitely stream all day, every day, just playing all kinds of new game. Well, let me take that back. Not stream all day, every day, but definitely streaming a lot more because I would have time. But I also like doing the edited videos. Y'all know me. Y'all know me by now. But yeah, I would definitely be on YouTube all day, every day, man. I just like playing the video games. I don't know if I'm necessarily trying to entertain y'all. Sometimes I try to entertain y'all, but most of the time I feel like I'm just, I'm just chilling. I'm just being myself and experiencing a video game, I don't try to put too much pressure on myself to entertain y'all. Either y'all gonna like my personality and or like the game, or you're not. It's as simple as that. Like, I don't try to put too much pressure on if I'm being entertaining or not. Because there's a vibe for everybody. There's a vibe for everybody. You're not always gonna like people, and people are not always gonna like you. That's just the way it is. So don't put too much pressure on if you're liked or not. Be yourself, and that's why I say again, be yourself. Be a good person. If somebody hates you, and you know who you are on the inside, and you're a good person, and you don't bother nobody, like, that to me sounds like a them problem and not a you problem. So, just keep doing you, boo. Keep doing you, boo. I wish I could do this full time. And here's another thing that I had to like work on with my mental health is like, let me see, what's the word I want to use? Either jealousy or envy. Specifically, here's a specific example. You guys know that streamer Kai Cenat, right? I hate to say it, but I am a big hater of that guy. I don't hate the guy. I'm just a general hater. I'm just a hater in the sense that, like, why is he so popular? Why is he always getting all these famous people on his live streams and stuff? I feel like, what does he do? I don't find him personally funny. I don't find the guy very funny. I just think he's loud and obnoxious, really. But hey, I guess that's just my jealousy and envy coming through because I don't have that big of a personality to be able to just be loud and all the time and become a millionaire off that shit. Like, I don't understand why people are entertained by his streams at all and why so many celebrities are obsessed with him. Don't get it, but stuff like that. Like, I wish that I could just literally like just come on the internet right now, be myself, and just get thousands of people that just love me instantly and fund my lifestyle, and just I don't gotta worry about anything, just being myself on the internet. But it's not for everybody. I guess he's not boring. I guess that's just what it is. He just I guess he's an entertainer. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. It's a lot of other people's cup of tea, though, I guess. I just don't get it. I tried to watch one of his streams before, and I did not understand what was happening. I couldn't watch it more for like 5 minutes. So, I don't know. I just don't get it. Kai, keep doing you, bro. You cracked the code, man. Congratulations. You did it. Good for you, man. I'm jealous. I'm a hater and I'm jealous. I wish I could do that. Wish I had a bigger personality, I guess, to be able to be loud and... What does he do? What does he do? Anyway, whatever. I'm done being a hater. Only problem with YouTube, it's completely saturated with people trying to do it, and the standards with pay and such has been nerfed. Yep, exactly. I wish I was, I started YouTube, maybe I'll say in college. Maybe if I was in college, it would have been a little bit better. But yeah, it's way oversaturated with literally anything. It's really hard to find a new niche that's compelling enough to create a nice audience, The gaming, super oversaturated. The top dogs are the top dogs for a reason, like they got the personality, they got the editing skills and all that kind of stuff. And they were the pioneers, You got the new generation of people that also, are doing the same things. But it's like, if you're not either doing something different or just doing it so good that it's hard to not watch, you're kind of at the bottom of the barrel. You're kind of just at the bottom or in the middle, I guess. I don't know. But it's really, really hard to get somewhere. But, don't give up. You never know. People blow up overnight. You never know. Like, for example, just my realness, people might be drawn to that. Just the way that I speak and think about things. And I don't know, like, you don't have to always... Is this Breaking Bad? I think this is Breaking Bad, y'all. I think this picture is Breaking Bad. I just lost my train of thought. But, you know, basically, there's someone for everybody. There's an audience for everybody, I think. You just got to be able to find that audience. I think that's what it is. You just got to be able to find them. But it's hard to get exposed because YouTube only wants to help people that get quick clicks, I guess. Like that, you know, I don't know how to say it. That understands the algorithm and really like plays with it and does what YouTube wants them to do, if that makes sense. You know, it's kind of hard to just do what you want to do and make a killing, because YouTube doesn't really like that unless they see that everybody else is liking it, and then they'll push you out more, which then gets more eyes on you. Social media, being a content creator is a hard thing. And I play violent video games as a stress reliever. I think any video game is a stress reliever. You're a beautiful woman. Ah, thank you, mama. Thank you. You're so sweet. And Diamond helped me with my first live stream. The Forest. Yep, that was so fun. Yeah, we played The Forest. I remember that. Okay, I can't believe that was your first live stream. Oh, man, mama. I remember when we first met. With your Bug Snack series. I was like, this lady is so funny. This lady is so funny. I thought you were... Well, you are. You're just really funny. So I was really enjoying your Bug Snack series. And, dang, what else were you playing back then? Grounded. You were playing Grounded. Yeah. Definitely was enjoying your content. I like your live streams now, but live streams aren't really my thing, for real. I like live streams, but I prefer short videos and shorts and stuff like that. So I don't really like watch live streams really unless I like want to watch the live stream. You know, like I want to like, unless I want to like sit there and be in chat and stuff. Like I don't like, especially like replays. I don't really like watching replays of live streams unless the streamer is like paying more attention to the game. If they spend too much time, like, and that's also kind of why I like watching like the bigger, like if I'm gonna watch, especially a VOD, if I'm gonna watch a live stream, it's like specific things that I search for, that I'm looking for, you know, like the guy that plays Phasmophobia. What's his name? I don't remember what his name is. It starts with an I, but he plays Phasmophobia all the time. But like, yeah, like that guy, he's a big creator, right? So it's like his chat moves so fast that he barely reads the chat. And so like, I like watching his streams because he doesn't really read the chat that much. He's actually just playing the game. Like, I'm just here for the game, really. And, you know, a lot of people don't really be, like, especially like the big creators, their chats don't be saying nothing. They just trying to get noticed to buy the streamer. So it's like most of the time they not saying anything anyway. But I like, you know, watching live streams for the game mostly. So live streams are just not really my thing unless I'm actually sat and watching and chat and participating in chat. But a lot of the times I'm too busy to participate in chat. I'm doing other things. So I definitely like to catch up with shorts and regular uploads, regular videos. And I guess I'll segue back into what I was saying before. Apparently that's a problem within this community, and it's kind of sad that and that kind of goes hand in hand with what I was saying about the entitlement. Like, a lot of people feel like they're entitled to your time and energy, you know, and if you don't show up how they want you to, apparently you're fake support, and you know, you don't support at all and stuff like that. And this is just crazy to me that people are so entitled, I guess, you know, don't really see the bigger picture. social media is not real life. Social media is not, you know, life. So it's just kind of sad. It's just kind of sad. I've been kind of disappointed with the way the community has fallen off with that kind of sub for sub mindset, because first of all, that never works anyway. But to like put so much pressure on people to show up how you want them to show up instead of just accepting the way that they show up, it's just crazy to me. It doesn't really cultivate a very strong community, I feel like. Maybe the dude looks like a lady. I know at least one Aerosmith song, I think. Do I know that song? I don't think I know it based off just the lyrics. That's why I love you, girl. Thanks, Poppy. Mwah. Love you too, baby. Fuck the government, fuck the corpse. They all skipping down the lane, holding hands while many of us suffer or barely make it. Exactly. Oops, sorry. Let me reconnect that puzzle for you guys if you were still working on it. It might be an ad. Yep, it's going to be an ad. Y'all funny. Well, he is kind of trash. Both of those emotions are perfectly natural, though. Loud and obnoxious, like the children that watch him. Yeah, it's a lot of kids. And wasn't Kai the one that said, "Hey, you guys, I'm going to be in New York, and I'm going to be giving away for free an exclusive console, a PS5, that I know a lot of the world was having trouble getting their hands on. I'm going to be giving it away for free in the middle of New York. Come on down." Knowing you have however many freaking subscribers or followers he had on Twitch at the time, and literally had all these kids come down to New York and start jumping on cars and shit and throwing shit into crowds. Like, you know your audience. You know you have a shit ton of kids in your audience, and you're just gonna say, you're like, just being irresponsible. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. Like, as a content creator, big or small, you're responsible. I don't want to say you're responsible for your audience, you know, but you have to cultivate the kind of audience that you want. If you tolerate something, your audience is going to feel like it's okay to do that in your presence. You know, like, if you allow people to do things in your presence that, you know, a lot of people would frown upon, I feel like that's just crazy. Like, you should be able to discipline your chat, you know, and you should take into careful consideration the friends that you keep. And that's another problem with that I've had with this little YouTube community that we have. It's people here that, you know, are friends with or tolerate people that I personally don't really like or care for. And I just feel like, you know, I really look at the friends that you keep. Like, if you're hanging out with somebody that's just morally fucked up, and you hang with that person still after they do the morally fucked up thing, that's also crazy to me. Like, you know what this person did, but you're still gonna hang out with them? You're still gonna be friends with them and claim them? And like what? Because I just know if I had a friend that did whatever that person did, the morally fucked up thing, I would not be friends with them no more. Especially if I only know them from social media. I don't know this person in real life. I only know you from social media, and you fucking around doing immoral things. And morality is a spectrum, I guess. Everybody got a different sense of morality, right? But I don't know. That's crazy. It's like, it's things like, I know things that I personally would never ever do. So to say, oh, you know, they made a mistake, they did this, they did that, making excuses and shit, it's like, no, because I would never, ever, ever do that. And the fact that you did that, or that they did that, and you know they did that, and you're still fucking with them, that's a red flag to me, baby. That's a red flag to me. The company you keep. The company you keep. And that's why, you know, I really don't, like I said, don't try to put too much into this community stuff, because, you know, like I said, anybody can be anybody they want on the internet. And if on the internet they're showing that they're a fucked up person and you still hanging out with them, the friends you keep, bro. That's all I gotta say. That's just crazy to me. That's enough about that. I'm really not trying to bash on the community, but it's just changed so much very, very recently. Also, it's just like, I don't know, people get the wrong idea, and entitlement, just blowing things out of proportion, and being overall fake for the sake of sub for sub and stuff like that. Like, don't be afraid of your own ideas and opinions. You don't gotta agree with something because everybody else agrees with it. Fuck that. Be your own person. Have your own moral compass. I am very strongly opinionated. As I've said before, as you can see, I'm very strongly opinionated. So, you know, I stand firm in my beliefs, and, you know, I don't really let anybody sway me on what I believe, unless, you know, like, I hear people out for sure. I'm willing to see things in a different light and hear people out, but it's like, you can't really sway me on things that I know and, you know, things that I believe in. People want to come off as somebody that they can't sustainably keep up. Like Kanye said, keep up a fake ass facade that they can't keep up. Just be yourself and stand firm in your own beliefs. I'm done ranting about the community. Whatever. He's a great background noise for a lot of people, I guess. Entertaining for kids. Yeah, I don't know who that is. You ain't missing much, James. You ain't missing much. That's it. I'm quitting YouTube. No, you ain't. Don't make me beat you up, mama. I enjoyed OG YouTube. That music and such could be playing in the background and it didn't matter. Yep. Make more vids for Diamond. Yes, I like I like the videos. Yes. And it's more digestible, you know, like, I feel like if I come in late to a stream, you know, I'm missing a lot of context. Like, you know, if I missed one stream, now you're on something else, and it's like, I don't want to have to sit here for a full 5 hours to know what happened, you know, like, and like filter through the times you're taking a break or talking to chat and stuff like that. Like I like the full experience. I'll sit there and watch an 8-hour edited video for sure. Like I can watch long videos, but I just like the meat and stuff. I just like to see what you want to show me, you know. I like to, but you know, with the shorter videos for sure, you know, like if I see you posted a 30-minute video, or like let's say this, let's say you posted a 20-minute video, I'm on my lunch break, yeah, I'm gonna get a full start to finish experience. Hey guys, okay, that's all for now, bye guys. I get it. It feels complete in my mind, you know. I don't feel like I'm leaving too early, or, you know, I don't feel like I'm missing out or anything, because I'm seeing a full start to finish experience. That's why I like videos more. But yes, I would appreciate that. No pressure though, of course, and no pressure. You do you, girl. You do you, girl. And then that's another thing. Okay, see, that's another reason I have to take a break from YouTube, and, you know, in general, because again, like with the people feeling entitled to your time and energy and stuff like that, and not appreciating you showing up when you do show up and stuff like that, you know, whatever. People, there's always going to be haters for one. No matter what you do, there's always going to be a hater. So, you know, I just have to like take a step back. Like, I'm not really one to like really see like, oh, people dislike my video and stuff like that. Like, I don't really get caught up on that kind of stuff because there's, like I said, there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people that have something negative to say about what you're doing. So, you know, fuck them. Not everybody's going to like you, right? But, like, people expecting more than you are willing to give, and it's a problem if you don't. I was going to go somewhere with that. I forgot what I was about to say. I had another separate point I was going to make about why I had to take a step back from YouTube. And I feel like it was mostly just like, or not mostly, but my point was about like the community that we're part of. I've just been having mixed feelings about the community lately. Yeah, it's very transactional, and it shouldn't be like that. Sub for sub never works. It never works. It never works. Yeah. Yeah, mama. Oh, it doesn't disconnect for you? Okay, cool. Okay, good. Yep. 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 I watch pre-recorded videos, but I also enjoy live streams to interact with people. Yeah, I like live streams here and there too. Yeah, for sure. But, well, here's another point then. Not my original point, I just forgot, but another point. When we first started YouTube, most of us were doing regular videos, not live streams. Like, it would be live streams here and there, but definitely not an everyday thing or multiple times a day or like multiple times a week thing. Most of us were doing videos, and that was all cool and then, like, you know, like I said, I liked the video, so that was right up my alley. I was really enjoying it. And then, you know, people started doing live streams more here and there. You know, I was all into it, and back then I didn't have a job. I was unemployed, so I had a lot of time to be in people's streams all day, every day, and the community was a lot smaller. It's just so many factors that goes into this community stuff that I think people just forgot. The fact that there were only like a handful of people originally, and now there's a whole different like spider web of people within the community. You know, that's some are in it more, some are in it less, some are intertwined and collabs and all that kind of stuff. You know, like I said, I didn't have a job, so I had more time to do it. And it's just so many factors. It's a lot of factors that people don't take into consideration, and then they just stick with the surface level stuff and just see that and just see what they want to see. Basically, they see what they want to see, and it's really unfortunate because, you know, you lose if you go too far with that kind of stuff. You do lose genuine support. Not no sub for sub stuff. I'm saying genuine support, like, and that's why I never complain about who's here and who's not here and who's showing up for live streams and who's not showing up for live streams. It's like, I understand that we all have a life, and it seems like people in the community don't understand, like, forgot that this YouTube shit is not your main focal point. It's not life, you know, like, it's just unfortunate, really. And I really was not trying to come on here and rant about the community and stuff. I wasn't really going to mention it at all, but it has been weighing on my mind pretty heavily over the last few days. Or not days, just it's been weighing on my mind heavily for a while, I'll say that. It's just unfortunate that things have to turn out the way they do because people think about the whole thing, you know, in a weird way. I'll just say that. I don't want to keep harping about the community stuff though, but, you know, that's just something that I had to take a step back from for my own sake, for my own mental health. Really is the point of this stream, is mental health. Not just my mental health, just mental health in general. I enjoy multiple communities that have people that support each other and rate each other and collaborate. Yeah, exactly. I do too, exactly. The community is so big. I'm so excited for Community Collab Week this year. I really wonder who's going to be part of it because, you know, it's some people that I haven't seen since last Community Collab Week and haven't spoken to since last Community Collab Week and stuff like that. And, you know, it's always been fun. I've been enjoying it. And it's new people that you guys don't even know about that I know, either in real life or just on just on social media that I would love to invite to Community Collab Week. So I'm really excited for that. Let's speak positively about the community. Let's get off this this rant and stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited for Community Collab Week. This year is gonna be in June instead of the end of July. I mean, it's gonna be in July instead of the end of June. So I'm hoping that the people that might be new to Community Collab Week will be able to join in and meet some new people, and you know, not necessarily engage in the sub for sub stuff, but you know, like meet new people that they might genuinely enjoy and want to do collabs with and want to support and subscribe to and you know, watch their videos. I feel like a subscription is more than enough support. Like, yeah, I appreciate people watching my videos also, but you know, once you get that like or that sub, you know, that's a whole nother level, right? Because anybody can watch your video. That doesn't mean they like it. And if they like it and they like it enough to subscribe, like that's different. Like you can subscribe and, you know, not really watch another video, but it helps. Numbers, it is a numbers game. Numbers do help. So just the fact that people are subscribed definitely makes a difference, because people on the internet care about numbers. If people see somebody that has, let's say, 100,000 subscribers, oh, this person has 100,000 subscribers. Let me see what they're up to, right? That entices people. So talk your talk, baby. So yeah, like, you know, it's a numbers game for sure that definitely matters. It's not all that matters, but it definitely makes a difference. And that's another reason why I don't get too caught up in the numbers either, because me having 5,000 subscribers and I got 7 people watching right now, 7 out of 5,000, like that's a very big difference. So that's why you can't get caught up with the numbers, because even the biggest people on YouTube, Markiplier, PewDiePie, AB Ryan, Corey Kenshin, Berleezy, all these gamers, right? Like they got millions of subscribers and will only get, you know, won't even crack 1 million views and stuff like that. So, you know, you can't get caught up with the numbers. It helps, but you can't get caught up with it. You can't put too much pressure on yourself to see unrealistic numbers. You know, I feel like this is a realistic number for my channel size. I feel like maybe it's just realistic to me because that's what I'm used to, but you can't expect everybody who's ever subscribed to you to always be all up in your business. You know, it's just not plausible. Think about how many people you're subscribed to on YouTube. Do you always check out all their content? No, of course not. It's not sustainable. You check out what you're interested in when you have time to do it, when you're interested in it. Like, it's all so simple. It's all so simple. And just because you don't watch somebody's content all the time, every time they drop, doesn't mean you don't support them. It's all so simple, man. I cannot find these colors. I put out feelers for other creators for Community Collab Week a few times already this year. Really? For my Community Collab Week, mama? For mine? I'm so excited. I do hope we get a good turnout this year, even with all the drama that's been in the community lately. It's been a lot of people that have come and go and have had falling outs. I'm not even talking about myself. I'm talking about like other people in the community having falling outs and stuff. I just hope we can all just come together and have some fun. Life could be so simple. It could all be so simple, guys. We could all be friends, you know? And even then, still, like, this is a business, you know? Okay, let me just work on the numbers that I see in front of me. I don't gotta go in order. Let's just get this shit on the road. You know, this stuff is a business, right? So it's like, even at your real life work, you're gonna have to work with people that you don't like. Not to say that you have to work with people on YouTube, you know, but because this is a business, sometimes, you know, it might be good for business to work with people you don't like. And I feel like, you know, you should be able to be a bigger person than to like hold grudges for no good reason, you know? Like, if it's just, if they, like, of course, if they did something specifically, then yeah, of course, like, you can not like them and not want to associate at all. I understand that. But it's like, petty shit can just go out the window, you know? I really try not to be petty if I can help it. Because who wants to have problems with people? Who wants to deal with drama and mess and stuff? Like, I don't partake in drama. I don't have time for that stuff. I don't really care for the drama. I'm just trying to live a happy life. So I don't got time for all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I'm able to like let bygones be bygones and put things behind me and you know, just shoot the shit and let things flow. Not necessarily with people I can say I genuinely don't like. Like, if I genuinely do not like you at all, then obviously, you know, I'm not gonna be fucking with you. But if it's like petty shit, I can let it go. I can let shit go quick if I choose to. So, and that's another reason I feel like life could be so simple. If people didn't hold grudges and stuff like that, you know, if people could be the bigger person and all that stuff, like, it could all be so simple. People could learn to get along and extend olive branches and forgive, and, you know, and allow people to grow and allow people to allow people to make mistakes. You know, we all do make mistakes, although some mistakes are unforgivable. But, you know, everybody makes mistakes. So, you know, you gotta allow people to grow and to fix their mistakes and stuff like that, you know? So, long story short, I hope we have fun with this community collab week this year. I have a feeling that it's going to be pretty slow going, or not as big as, or I don't want to say big, not as busy as it was the previous years, but we will see. We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty excited. Fake likes fake and real ones stick together. So yeah, that is true. That is true. But the thing is, it's kind of hard to be able to differentiate who's actually fake or not sometimes. So that's why it's like, it's bogus once it comes out that, oh, you was fake the whole time. Like, you really only doing this to get something off of me, not because you truly care. Like, sometimes people are good at hiding that kind of stuff. People are good at being fake. People are very good at it. So, you know, and then sometimes, you know, we're all human. Sometimes we might see things differently or see things not how they really are. You know what I mean? Oh, you guys are almost done. Look at the puzzle, everybody. They almost done. Look at them. Sometimes you might get the wrong idea, and it's easy to run with things, you know? It's easy to come up with some kind of misconception within your own mind and run with it. So that's why I try to keep an open mind with things, you know, like, I try to make sure that I don't judge too quickly, and, like, you know, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. We're all human. We're all trying out here. It could all be so simple. That's all I keep coming back to. It can all be so simple. Just be a good person, you know? What number is that? 25? It's a lot to think about. And I'm definitely a thinker. I'm definitely more of a silent type. I spend more time observing than I do speaking. You know, you don't always gotta talk. You don't always gotta have something to say. Some people do. Some people always gotta be talking. Some people always gotta have something to say, no matter what it is. They always gotta be in the spotlight and, you know, that kind of stuff. And some people have egos that's just big like that, you know? Not to necessarily say there's anything wrong with that, but it, you know, there's limits to things. There's limits. There's always limits to everything. And some people definitely take it too far. I'm just one of those people that, but I'm just naturally more quiet in general. Why are you talking about me? You do it too much, Jay? You talk too much? Do you ever get the feeling that people really would rather you shut up? Not you, Jay. I'm just saying. I'm in general. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't cancel me. I'm just kidding. It's people at my job that don't know how to be quiet. Seriously. They talk all day, every day. I'm like, don't your vocal cords hurt? And that's why I only do these just chatting streams once a month. Because my throat is starting to hurt a little bit. Oh, I got this water though. I got this carbonated water, this peach water. That's another thing. I've been trying to drink more water to make myself feel better emotionally, physically, mentally, you know, just I really been trying to take care of myself, man. I've really been trying to take care of myself. So I got this carbonated water. I got all kinds of flavors with this carbonated water. The last one I had, what if you drank more water? How about you shut up, Poppy? I'm literally talking about drinking more water. The last one I had was flavored, blue raspberry flavored. So, you know, blue raspberry is definitely candy. It tasted like straight candy, but it was water technically. So, you know, it was healthy. Try to do more flat water. Don't overdo it with the carbonated though. Not good for your kidneys. Yeah. Dang, I can't have no fun. Nah, but yeah. I definitely been drinking more water. This is what I've been doing. Ah, no, James, not carbonated. Burp incoming. Not carbonated, James. That's bogus. Ugh. That's bogus. Nah, I'm just kidding, Poppy. I know you just want what's best for me, babes. Thanks. Nah, but so at work, I've been trying to drink more water consistently by like in the morning. I'm making waffles. No, but seriously, in the morning when I eat breakfast. So if I don't get McDonald's in the morning because it's like literally it's a McDonald's that's really close to my job. So in the morning I'll go to McDonald's, get an orange juice and 2 hash browns, or I'll order 2 pieces of bacon and 2 eggs. Yeah, 2 pieces of bacon, 2 things of eggs. Oh, excuse me. Wait. So while I'm eating my breakfast, I'll get like a little cup of water and I make sure I chug that whole thing so I don't have any excuse like, oh, I'm sipping on my water, then I put it down. No, I'll just chug that water, that 1 cup, and then I'll go to the bathroom or whatever. And then I'll have another full cup of water for lunch. I do need to drink more water, but that's all I can muster right now. It's hard for me to drink water. I am not a water drinker. I do not like drinking water. It's so boring. It's so boring, but I've been trying. I've been at least trying. So now I just gotta try more with drinking water at home. I've been trying to do better with drinking water at home also. But, you know, I gotta try harder, basically. I love the way this sky looks. That's 43? What? 41? 48? Oh, okay. Yes, it's carbonated. I know, because you wouldn't dare. Don't make me beat you up, Poppy. Don't make me. I don't know why it's so hilarious to threaten to beat people up. Don't take it serious, guys. I'm just kidding. I just think it's really funny to threaten to beat people up. I just think it's funny. It's just to entertain myself. But, you know, if you are offended, you just let me know. I'll stop saying it to you specifically. Or I'll try to remember to at least. And I'll apologize if I forget. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Ned Landers is naked, huh? What are you doing to Poppy? Are you taking his pieces? You're doing great, sweetie. Who is Ned Landers? All I'm thinking is Ned Flanders. It's like I'm wearing nothing at all. I wonder how hardened you will be when my age. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you're a little bit more hardened than I am. For sure. And that definitely comes with experience and the age and everything. So I feel like I'll be pretty close to you, mama. Oh god, I'm burp again. Oh god. Gosh darn it, James. Oh, okay, you did meet. Okay. Okay. I do too. You're way too nice. Me? I'm way too nice? I just think that, I don't think I'm way too nice. I just think that I value my peace of mind so much so that I go out of my way to, I wouldn't say to accommodate other people, but just to like make my own life easier by not getting caught up in things that don't really matter. Like, for example, I like to wear headphones while I'm listening to music at work, right? And I gotta charge them. And so in the morning, I would charge them. I would like leave them at a desk that is shared by everybody in the lab. So I'll leave them at a desk. And everybody knows, well, I guess now I can't say everybody knows, but you know, most people know that they were my headphones, right? So it was one day that I plugged up my headphones and I came back to get them and they were on the floor. Not only on the floor. Yay! Good job! Let's get some air horns, some claps. Good job, y'all. Good job. You're nice. Okay. Let me get you guys another one. Good job. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. So here are some other, wait, not that. Let's go to, I'm gonna go to the catalog. Let me know if any of these look like something you might want to do, okay? I'm gonna scroll for a little bit, okay? And just describe it to me if it's something you might want to do. The colorful one, this one, immediately. That one, mama? Paper boats! You got it! Okay, I'm gonna set it up for y'all. How many pieces do you guys want? How many pieces y'all want? The last one was... Do y'all know how many the last one was? I don't know. Obviously, the longer, the more pieces it is, the longer it'll take you guys to do it. But I don't know how Kendall supposed to hold me down. How about we go with a crisp 500? Is that too much? We'll test it out. You guys, this is like the first stream, or this is the second stream that people have been doing the puzzles on the side. I wasn't working it the whole time. Yes, Poppy started it. Let's see a crisp 500. I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds to tell me a different number. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's see. Let's put this in the middle so everybody can see your good progress. That's gonna take y'all a good minute. I'm gonna copy that, put it in the chat. Here you go. That's the new puzzle. I'm gonna unpin that and I'm gonna pin this one. Okay. All right. There's your new link. Good luck. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was telling the story about my headphones. Okay, so I had my headphones plugged up and then I came back to get them and they were on the floor. And not only were they on the floor, but they were broken. Somebody did something to knock my headphones down and broke my headphones. And when I came back to get them and picked them up, some girl was like, "Oh, Diamond, I didn't know those were yours." Like, bitch, first of all, it doesn't matter if you knew whose headphones they were. You knew you dropped them, so pick them the fuck up. And then they broke. It's like, now I don't got nothing to listen to my music all day. I'm about to be here for 8 hours and can't even listen to music now. Thanks for that, by the way. So, you know, like, that's a situation anybody could have definitely went off. Like, what the fuck? You broke my headphone? Blah, blah, blah. Like, went off, right? It's a lot of things. People get triggered for a lot less, or people go off for a lot less, you know? So, it's things like that that I just brush off, because at the end of the day, I'll just get some new headphones. Maybe it was an accident. I didn't see what happened. Yeah, it pissed me off, but I didn't make it a big deal. So I try not to make things a big deal, you know? I just try not to make things a big deal for my own peace of mind at the end of the day, because who needs all that drama? I do not. I do not. I just let things be, man. I just go on my merry way, call it a day. So, you know, I just don't I try not to get caught up with stuff. That's all I can say. Trust me. I'm very opinionated. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily judgmental, but, you know, I do notice things, and, you know, I'm opinionated, so I'll keep my thoughts and comments to myself, but, you know, you'll see by my actions, really. And if I really got a problem with you, then I'll tell you straight to your face if you're doing too much. But that's another thing. Like, I'm an open book. Like, you can ask me anything, and I'll either, if it's something I don't want to talk about, I'll tell you that's not something I want to discuss, or I'll just tell you. Like, a lot of things don't gotta be, like, for example, if people got a problem with me, like I've been telling people, like, if you got a problem with me, it's something that can be resolved. Like, I'm not trying to have no problems with nobody. Like, I'm not about the drama. So any issue can be resolved one way or another. Either we resolve the problem by fixing the issue, or we resolve the problem by going our separate ways. Like, we do not have to talk to each other. We do not have to be in the same vicinity as each other. And we can just keep it cordial. Leave it at that. Like, what do I look like hating a bitch? What do I look like hating you and wasting my time being all up in your business if I don't like you? I'm not into hate watching and all that kind of stuff. If I don't care about you, I don't care about you. I'm not wasting my time. I need my own sanity and peace of mind. Like, I don't waste my time with the noise and the nonsense. I just don't waste my time. So, I don't know. So, speaking of, like, you know, being hardened, we'll see, mama. We'll see. One thing for sure I can just say, I ain't gonna be no petty bitch, though. Not saying that you are, obviously, but that's just not somebody that I am. When it's a lot of petty bitches out there. Petty petty. It's like, you could be petty sometimes, but if that's your entire personality, like, you need help. You need help, seriously. That cannot be your entire personality, and the only way that, like, people use being petty and being a bitch as, like, their entertainment. They just want to make life harder for everybody else because they're bored with their own lives and just want to cause chaos and stuff. And they live for the drama. Some people live for the drama. I would have asked her to pay for them. Nah. I just said, it's okay. Accidents happen. And I walked off. Because if she say no, then what? I can't force her to. I can't force her to. For the most part, I am not petty. I'd be in jail. People definitely test the limits, man. I be getting tested all the time. Not necessarily to say that they test me, but, you know, like, just tests with life in general. Like, you know, how are you going to handle this situation? How are you going to handle situations? How are you going to handle situations? It's up to you how you're going to handle a situation, how you're going to respond to situations. I respond when it's a big deal, when it's something I care about and it's something that needs to be addressed. For sure, I'm going to address it. But if it's something that does not matter, that I don't really care for, whatever, man. Whatever. I can let things go. And that's also good for your mental. Not keeping things locked up in your mind and making a big deal out of little things. A lot of little things build up, and all those little things turn into one big thing. That's a true statement. If they say they are not about the drama, they normally are all about the drama. That's not true. I'm not about the drama. I do not do drama, bro. I'm not about to go back and forth with you and rah. I'm not about to do all that. I am not about the drama. I couldn't care less. Like, if you don't like me, you don't like me. I don't care who likes me or who doesn't like me. I don't give a fuck who likes me or not. And I'm not about the drama. I'm not about to sit here and beef with you over social media and shit like that. Like, if you don't like me, just say that and we can move on. It don't gotta be hard. If I don't like you, I'm not about to be around and all up in your face all the time. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, I don't know. It could all be so simple. That's gonna be my catchphrase. It could all be so simple. I do not have time for it. I don't have the time or the energy. I'm not interested in dealing with people's shit. Dealing with unnecessary stuff. Wasting my time. It's one thing that I can't stand is wasting time. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, is wasting time. Time is limited, y'all. Don't waste your time on stupid stuff. It's not worth it at the end of the day. You can find other ways to entertain yourself. Don't waste your time, because time is limited. Spend time doing things you like doing. If you don't like doing something, find a way to limit it, or, you know, make it a better experience, I guess. But you shouldn't have to waste your time doing stuff you don't like to do. But then again, some people do live for the drama, so that's what they like to do. So they're gonna, in my opinion, waste their time on drama and stuff. People live for that. I don't get it. As you say that so dramatically. That's funny. This is a big puzzle. How many things was this? Goodness gracious. Oh, did I say puzzle picture? This is a long picture. And you guys are doing pretty good with this puzzle already. Let me fix that up a little bit. Center it. You guys are doing pretty good already. Going with the outsides first. I love seeing the little hands, man. That's so cute. I just want everyone to have respect for their fellow humans and communities. I know, right, Mama? It could all be so simple. Treat others how you want to be treated, like the golden rule. That shit is for real. That's for real. Treat others how you want to be treated. Don't be a hypocrite for one. Like, I don't know. It could all be so simple. If people had respect for each other, respect for themselves, were honest. Honesty is a big one. Like, just be honest. It would be a lot less confusion in the world if people were more honest. Stop beating around the bush and stuff, and you know, like, it could all be so simple. Stop assuming things. You know, people love to assume and then get mad at their own assumptions. Like, where did you even get that from other than your own mind? You're assuming. Don't assume stuff. If you need clarification on something, ask. Get clarification on something. Make sure that what you think is really how it is. And then you can be mad about it. You'd be surprised how many times you could be wrong about something because you assumed. And then just that changed your whole trajectory of something. Your whole way of thinking about something. Because you assumed something. And then the whole time it wasn't even like that. But life is difficult. We're mere humans, you know. We're just human. What can we say? It happens. Emotional. We're humans. We're emotional creatures, you know. It be like that sometimes. So yeah, you know. To elevate your mood and mental health, take care of yourself. Become the person that you want to be. You know, you got to put in that work. Life is hard, but you got to put in that work. You have to put in that work, and it is hard. It's hard to put in that work when you don't feel like it, you know? You should be lucky if you don't know what depression is. You know, a lot of people don't know what it's like to be depressed. They've never been depressed. So, you know, it's really easy for some people to say, you know, to I don't know, to be judgmental about depression and stuff like that and feel like it's just so simple to get out of it and stuff like that. And it's really not. It's not. Sometimes it's not simple. Sometimes, you know, there are things that a lot of people can do to get themselves out of depression and stuff like that. But sometimes it's just not simple. So taking care of yourself, taking care of your responsibilities, being a good person, not giving people a reason to dislike you and stuff like that. And, you know, like, I don't know, making a change and being the change you want to see in the world and stuff like that, I think helps with mental health. It definitely helped me. But I'm glad to be back on YouTube and doing more collabs than usual and doing more streams than usual at, you know, like back to back. I feel like I have a lot of streams planned and upcoming and stuff like that. So it feels good. Feels good. I love playing video games. Love playing games with my friends. I love doing hood rat shit with my friends. My hood rat shit with my hood rat friends. Y'all my hood rat friends, okay? What just made me think of that? I don't even know what just made me think of that. Oh my god, that's funny. That's, oh, okay, that's a 5. These numbers are hard to see sometimes. I could do it like this, but you guys want to see the numbers? Dang! I'm gonna have to give y'all 1,000. Yeah, mama, like I told you, like I am an avoidant type. Like I don't necessarily try to be like that, but it's like I just know myself, you know. I know my thoughts and my feelings and stuff, so I don't try to like just disconnect, but it's just easier for me to reset myself if I don't gotta worry about stuff, you know. Don't gotta worry about bothering people, and I say that because I know what it's like to be friends with somebody that's chronically depressed, you know, like. But in my case, the person that I knew who was chronically depressed, like, no matter all the advice you would give them to try to help them fix their problems, they never really took any action to do anything to make themselves, to help themselves feel better. They always just complained and never did anything to help themselves, you know. And like I know that, you know, I'm a sad person a lot, you know. Like I get down about things quite easily sometimes, and I get in a funk sometimes, and you know, like, and it can happen often or for a long time and stuff, and you know, like, I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, you know, I'm sad again, and it's like, you know, like, I'm not trying to make my problems somebody else's problems. I really hate that. So I just need to be able to reset and take a step back, you know. Like, it's kind of annoying having to be that person for somebody sometimes. As much like you want that person to be good and, you know, be happy, be good, you know, but it does get exhausting to be that friend, and I don't want to put that pressure on anybody, because you know, you should want to choose that, but I don't want to put pressure on people to take on that role, you know. Sometimes it happens inevitably. Like Poppy, he's definitely my therapist. He definitely takes the brunt of my mental health worries, I guess. I don't know what the word I'm trying to say, but you know, I try not to put too much on him either. I just, not necessarily keep to myself, but I just try to bottle it up. I keep it all inside. I'm pretty social, but I've been known to be absent at times, but I get burned out and need my space at times. Exactly. Like, definitely. Like, I am not an extrovert at all. I am very, very much an introvert. And I need my space. It's difficult to know what anyone needs to feel better. Exactly. It's like, and that's another thing. Like, you know, especially with like depression and stuff, like, you know what people are saying is right and true, and you know, like, but at the same time, it just doesn't help. It doesn't make me feel better to hear what I want to hear sometimes. Like, I want to hear what you guys tell me, of course, you know, like, but it doesn't actually make me feel better. It doesn't actually make me like change my situation. So you can say all you want to say, but it still doesn't change my situation, and therefore it doesn't change how I feel about my situation and stuff like that. It's like, I wish that could be so simple. Just changing your mood and seeing things in a new perspective and blah 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 and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's definitely hard to know what to say or know what to do to help somebody, and sometimes you just gotta support from a distance. Sometimes there isn't anything that you can say. They just gotta, like, you know, climb out of that hole on their own. They gotta find the willpower to do it on their own if nothing else is working. But it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard work. But there is light at the other end of the tunnel. And offing yourself is not the answer in my opinion, but as much as low as I was feeling before a couple weeks ago, you know, like even with like, okay, listen, I'm not trying to get too heavy, but you know, this isn't just chatting. I am pretty vulnerable right now, but as low as I was feeling a couple weeks ago, you know, like with like sewer slide ideation, stuff like that, like just thoughts that just pop in your mind and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to be like too general with that either, because that's not everybody that's depressed, but you know, like I definitely got to that point. Like I was really having a hard time with my mental health, y'all. Like I am not trying to like garner sympathy or anything like that. I'm just saying like it was really bad. And I don't want to like put that kind of pressure on anybody else and like have them like too worried about that kind of stuff, because I genuinely like don't believe that that's the answer. So like, you know, as low as I'm feeling, like that's not something that I would do. But sometimes it all just gets to be too much, or it can get to be too much for some people. And you know, like I understand, but I just don't think that that's the right answer. There's always light at the other end of the tunnel. There's always gonna be a change that can change your mindset and like change your situation and stuff like that, you know, like. And on top of that, like there's people that I want to live for. Like if I could feel like negative 1,000% good about anything, about life in general, but if there's at least one person that I want to live for, then that's always going to be my choice. So it can never ever happen that, unless I literally have nobody in my life that cares about me, that's the only way, and I don't see that happening. So God forbid you take everybody in my life away from me that cares about me, but I don't see that happening. So, you know, and even then, like, that's one way that I think the internet is a positive thing, because you could have nobody in your personal life that truly cares about you, but there's always going to be somebody on the internet that cares about you because you're a human, because you're a person, because they've been through it, or maybe they're just an empath, you know, like there's always going to be somebody that cares about you. Like I care about your mental health. I care about your life. I care about how you feel about life. Like I don't want anybody to feel so low that they feel like they just want out. You know, like, I mean, that's nobody's choice but theirs, but there's always going to be somebody that can care about that cares about you. You just got to be able to find them, and again, like actively work on yourself and your issues and your struggles and stuff like that. Like you can do it. You got to believe in yourself. And that's like the title of the video, you know, like my stream. Is life what you make it? Is it really? You could you know, do everything right and still just, you know, chemical imbalances in the brain and stuff like that. Life is just complicated. Life is complicated, but within the chaos, it can all be so simple. Life is complicated, though. It's always going to be complicated for everybody. But yeah, just to quell any worry in the chat, yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot better. Like I'm not having those kind of thoughts anymore at this point in time, at least right now. So, you know, definitely feeling a lot better. I can say a lot better because if you're thinking about offing yourself, you're like at the bottom, bro. You definitely need help. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot better, okay? So you don't gotta worry about me. Even when I'm feeling depressed, you don't gotta worry about me, okay? Like, I just need to change something up, I guess. That was a lot. That was a lot of being vulnerable and open with you guys. Thanks, Mama. Thanks for the hugs. Were you on some meds? No. No meds. I was actually about to try to get a therapist so I could get on some antidepressants so I could function and like be okay at work and stuff like that and just be able to cope. Because like I said, like I was coping with drugs and alcohol. I was coping with drugs and alcohol. And I was going to say, and I was saying like, you know, shit, if I'm gonna cope with drugs, it might as well be prescription drugs, and I got somebody to talk to and help me, like a professional to help me, you know? Might as well, but I'm trying to pay off my student loan, so I feel like I can't really afford that right now. So I was thinking about getting on antidepressants and seeing if that's something that would help me if I start therapy or something like that, but I don't know about that right now. I'm trying to save up for student loans, and then maybe I can do that. But no, I wasn't on any medication, so that wasn't changing anything. Side effects can be worse than the original problem to use meds. Exactly, and that's another reason I know that. That's another reason why I'm a little apprehensive about being on antidepressants, because what the hell am I going to therapy for and being on antidepressants if it's going to make me feel even worse? Like, I don't need that. I do not need that. So yeah, I definitely know that. That is true. I just hope that that's not the case for me if and when it comes to that. I do not need that. The side effects, man. The only side effects I want is weight gain. Just make me fat and happy, man. I'll be cool with that. I'll be fine. What's going on, Zero? I see you in the chat. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the party.
How you doing, Zero? Oh, Diamond, you have lots to live for. You're a gem. And thank you, Mama. I know, I do. I do have a lot to live for. You're right, I do. And I don't take it for granted, you know, the life that I live and, you know, the support that I have and everything. I definitely don't take it for granted, but it is sometimes hard to I don't know, it's, what am I trying to say? To remember it sometimes, I guess, you know, especially when you're just in the darkness, just got that cloud. I've had thoughts like that before, but I thought about what it would do to my family and friends, and it snapped me out of it. Exactly. Because I know how I would feel, and that's another thing. You know, I've known a lot of people in my life that have been depressed that think like that also, and I've just thought about, you know, how it would affect me if they were to go through with that kind of thing. It is heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking, and I do not wish that on anybody. That's such a terrible way of feeling, you know, to want to give up on life. It's such a terrible feeling, and I just wish nobody had to feel like that. But you know, sometimes they do. And I just feel like I don't want to be the cause for people suffering, because like if that were to happen to me, that would definitely make me even more depressed. And you know, like, not, I don't want to like say I'm trying to make it about me, somebody else's depression and, you know, like their decision to exit or whatever, but that stuff affects people around you, you know, that that affects people. And, you know, I really try to think about that, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Those people would much rather you bother them all day than you make that finalized decision, for sure. Me personally, at least. I don't think it's good practice to speak for other people or speak for a group of people, you know, but personally, I would rather you bother me all day, every day, than to make that final decision. Because it's final, man. And even more morbidly, if it doesn't work, you could be worse off than you really not feeling good. Like, it's complicated. Jeez. I feel privileged of having such amazing community around me, and I would do anything within my reach for all of you guys. We are family. Aw, Zero, that's so sweet. Yeah, I'm so glad that, yeah, we do have a really good community. I'm really proud that we have a community, people in the community, I'll say. We have people in the community that genuinely really do truly care about people, and, you know, really do have big hearts. And it's really heartwarming to see, because it's easy to be an asshole in this world. It's easy to be not favorable, you know. It's easy to be selfish and just not a good person in general. It's so easy. It's harder to be selfless and go out of your way for people. So I'm glad that we do have people in the community that truly do care about people other than themselves. It's heartwarming. I wish I could donate to your fat cause. I wish so too, bro. I wish so too. I've been doing better with that too. Here's another thing. Let's bring the mood up. I've been trying to learn how to cook. So I've been trying to perfect my pot roast dish. I got pot roast down there right now. I made pot roast one time a while ago, and it came out so freaking good. Oh my gosh, it came out so freaking good. And then I tried to do it again. When was that? I tried to do it again. I think last week, actually, and it came out a little bit too salty. Not a little bit. It came out too salty. It was still good, but it was just too salty. And then I just made some again, the day before yesterday. And I haven't really tried it yet. I've been letting it sit and simmer and stuff, and, you know, get all the flavors mixed in together. So I'm about to go. Oh my gosh, it's 9:42. I gotta finish this. I gotta hurry up and finish this, because I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up early tomorrow. Yeah, but I got pot roast down there. I'm excited to try. Hopefully it comes out good. It was a little undersalted this time, but that's better than oversalt. You can always add, but you can't take away. So I'm excited to see how it came out this time. So yeah, been trying to work on feeding myself real meals, because if you know me, I survive and thrive off the snacks. I eat like a rabbit. I'll eat a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables and stuff. I'll eat some hummus and vegetables as my dinner. Need more than that. Need more nutrition than that. So I've been trying to eat better with real, actual meals. For sure. Oreos would solve that issue. I do like golden Oreos. I'm not a big fan of the chocolate ones, but I like golden Oreos. I do have some chips right here. Some cheddar and sour cream. Mmm, yummy. Ooh, I see that corner y'all got going on, Poppy and Mama. Mmm, this one looks like it's giving y'all a little bit of trouble. You got just stumped. Oh, what's your opinion about the new Switch 2 info? I haven't heard much about it. The only thing I've heard about it is that it has like some like new features or something. Well, the only thing I really saw that I remember off the top of my head right now is they have a new C button, and people were debating about that, saying, oh, they unveiled a new a new button on the controller. What do you guys think it is? And people were like, I originally immediately thought, oh yeah, it's a capture button to like capture videos and or pictures and stuff like that. But people in the comments were like, actually they already have that. It's on this button, this stick or whatever. And they were being mean. People are mean on the internet, being mean, man. But I'm just thinking, I mean, it could still be a capture button. Like, they just moved it from wherever it was previously. Yeah, I don't really follow that kind of stuff, Zero. What do you think about it? I don't even have a Switch. I do not follow the development of the Switch. What is that? 39. 28, I think. No, that's not 28. What is that? 23? Okay. 23. Man, this one is taking a long time. Yeah, I've had friends and family that end up doing that. So, yeah, I'm sorry, James. That's so hard. That's hard to deal with. I'm sorry. I really wish things didn't have to come like that, man. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. I'm sorry, James. I guess I should have thought about trigger warnings and things like that. Like, I don't want to bring up bad memories with you guys, and you know, that is something I need to be conscious about, because everybody is different. Poppy trying to do more than me this time. It's giving portable. 120 FPS, 180p and 4K. What? Really? Dang, so it's gonna be a nice upgrade. Okay. Eventually I do want to get a Switch if or like, you know, when I get my dream gaming room and stuff like that. Daisy, okay, Daisy wants to eat. Okay, hold on, Daisy. Hold on. It's not quite dinner time yet, but hold on, girly. I do want to pick up a Switch. Maybe, hopefully. Well, no, not hopefully soon, because I gotta get the new Xbox for GTA 6 when that comes out. So not anytime soon. All these little numbers, I can't even read them, and I don't know why I'm so against zooming in. Just zoom in and you can see the numbers better. I don't want to. I want to do it the hard way. And I want to squint and guess what that number is. That's a 39. Yup, I knew it. That's a 23. Yup. Is this pick of Breaking Bad? Yes, it is. Yes. I finished that show not too long ago. That was crazy. It was a crazy show. I couldn't imagine what number is this? Is this not 28? Stop lying. Oh, what, 29? Oh, okay. I couldn't imagine watching that show as it was coming out, like week by week. Oh my gosh. I do not like cliffhangers, literally at all. I do not like cliffhangers. And waiting and being in suspense and stuff. And then I can barely even remember things on top of that. So it's like, I'll be like, what happened last time? I don't even remember. So what is going on right now? I got the memory of a goldfish sometimes. Let's see. thinking this is gonna be a 36. Yeah. Yep. We're getting it slowly but surely. Slowly. Did I just say that right? Whatever. We're getting it. I've been yapping too much now. I don't usually yap this long. Usually I'm able to take a break from yapping because of the game, but this is all me. What is that? 38? Yep. 45 right here. 49 right here. 45 right here. What is this? 43? 48? Bro, these whites be looking the same shade. Like these don't look different literally at all. 48 and 49, those do not look different to me at all. So what is the point? 43? 46? What? Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Fine. What is this number? 48. See? What? They don't look different at all. Alright, let's finish this. 25 right here. Yeah, you might switch to a Switch. You think so? You think so? I like Nintendo, but I don't think I like enough Nintendo games to really be excited about. Like Smash Bros. I don't really like fighting games. Zelda. I've never played Zelda. Mario is a classic, of course, but I don't think there's a lot of Nintendo games that I'm too crazy about, other than Mario. Oh, excuse me. Uh, 40. Daisy, I hear you, girl. I hear you, okay? Dang, this bright ass yellow shirt. I hear you. I understand. Calm down, okay? I just gave you snacks and stuff. Like, you're not starving. Calm down. Animals' biological clocks are crazy. How are they just able to know that it's time for eating? How do they know? You can't read a clock, Daisy. How you know? How do you know that? How do you know that, Daisy? Explain to me. 46 right here. Okay, let's go to the other page. We got some 25s right here. We got some 30s. It feels good to rant. That's another thing you can do for your mental health. Just rant sometimes, you know? Either by yourself out loud in a little journal with a trusted friend, you know? It feels good to let it out. Let it out. That's what he did on Happy Feet. Y'all seen Happy Feet? That's a great movie. He said, let it out. Ah! Air horn. Let's go. We're almost done. I expect more air horns when we're done with this coloring piece. Okay? Okay? Air horns? Y'all got me? Got me with the air horns when we're done with this? Almost. We're almost done. Look at him in his tidy whities. Tidy grays, more like it. It don't look white to me. 47. 48. 49. Oh, we're done with that. We're almost done. We're almost done. Oh my gosh. 35. 28. Ah! Finally. Finally. Oh my god, the sound bites aren't coming through. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Why does it... OBS sucks sometimes. Hold on, y'all. That sucks. I'm sorry. Wish I would have known that before the end of the freaking stream. Why does it always do that? It always says it's connected, but it's not. Okay, Poppy, stop it. It's still scaring me. It sounds so real. It's so creepy. Okay, wait. Who the hell is this? Who is that? Who is that? I don't remember no big tit girl in Breaking Bad. Okay, so next time, everybody, we're on this one, okay? We did Breaking Bad. We're on Mask Guy next time, next month, okay? Or not next month, the end of this month, because I was supposed to do this stream 2 days ago, I think. Wait, I can't end, but it's 9:55, mama. We're still puzzling. Sorry, man. Sorry. Oh, God. No! I dropped my chip. Daisy, you want to eat this chip? It's cheese flavored. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, right here. Come here. Daisy! Oh my goodness. Dogs, man. Come here. Right there. Right there. It's a chip. Eat it. Listen to her crunch. Y'all heard that crunch? That was good. What do you mean, how dare? Okay, you better get your last pieces in. Let me just see who's live. Maybe we can do a little raid. As much as I don't want to get off, I do want to do this next puzzle. I mean, this next coloring. I don't like being grumpy at work. I don't like being grumpy and grumpy. I'm not a morning person. Poppy can tell you that also. I'm a very, very angry morning person. Like, I just hate getting out of the bed. I hate going to, like, do things while I'm tired. I hate going outside. I hate going on the public transportation. I hate going to work and spending all my time there. I am not a happy morning person at all. I'm just not happy. I'm not about it. So I gotta get some sleep. I gotta be up at 6. Let me just tell you guys what we got going on later. It is April now. Oh my gosh, can you guys believe it's April? That's crazy. Doesn't look like I have anything coming up for you guys. Actually, wait, I forgot. Friday, we got a stream. And Sunday, we got a stream, okay? So, Friday stream, Sunday stream. Friday, we're going to be playing Repo. So, if anybody wants to join in Repo, on Friday, I'm going to be playing with Sky Blue. Not sure exactly what time. Probably my regular start time, because I got to work that day. So, 6 Central. 6 or 7:30 Central, probably. Yeah. You sound like people that don't get their usual coffee from the sounds of it. And that's the thing. Coffee does not even help me at all. I wish it did. It just makes me feel jittery. I don't like the way coffee makes me feel. It doesn't make me feel alert and awake. It just makes me feel jittery and wired. Like, I don't like feeling wired. Like, I just want to feel awake. She hates the early bird and the worm that it's trying to get. Yeah, I hate it all. Just keep it away from me. Give me that sweet, sweet. Woo, Woo, night owl. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We got 2 holidays this month, y'all. We got Easter and Earth Day. I didn't even know Earth Day was this month, but we got Earth Day. I'm so excited for Earth Day for sure. And for Easter, because Mama and I got something special for you guys. Also not a morning person, yeah. Not about it. Alright, everybody, yeah. So, yeah, thanks for letting me rant, you guys. You know, thanks for letting me... What the heck? Let's go back to this. Thanks for letting me rant a little bit and express my mind. It feels good to express my mind and just, you know, let the thought train just chug along and just go, 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 go. So thanks for hanging out and interacting. You guys are doing awesome on this puzzle. I don't think I have anything else to say. I just wish the world was a better place in general. Don't give up, okay? You have community, you have people, friends, family, even strangers on the internet that care about you. You know, I know life gets tough, I know, but we can all make it through to the other side, you know? We can. Life is tough, but the people around us definitely makes it easier to get through. So thanks for being here and supporting me, the channel, and all my friends and family that's also content creators. I really appreciate everybody. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and donating. I feel like I want to change my outro so I can include the members. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I've already changed my outro once to do the donating part. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and donating in that order. If you have any game suggestions you want to see on this channel, please let me know down in the comments below. And all your feedback is always greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace.
Bye, have a great time.